Hi, this is James Knight from Code to Catch Him. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about walking, and we're going to look at the legs portion of walking, and we're going to see what's attractive and unattractive. Being efficient is attractive. So again, if you look at animals when they mate in the wild, they're always looking for the healthiest mate, the one that moves well, that's going to give it the best opportunity to survive. We've still got that built in us, and we can spot it in other people. So men are looking for it in their women. They're looking for good efficiency and good health, and you can spot it in movement easily. With regards to the legs, when you start going either too much toe in or too much toe out, it starts becoming unattractive. They're equally as unattractive as each other, because being efficient is being able to foot hits the floor, and then you translate through and the leg comes through straight. So the more toe out, the more toe in you get, the less attractive the movement is that your walk's going to be. So we're going to have a real look at what causes a woman to go toe out. You can spot this a lot, especially when women wear heels. The foot spins out as their foot leaves the floor. You don't need to be an expert to be able to notice this. Everyone's noticing it on a subconscious level. You can also do it when you're walking as a test. Okay, so to test it, what you can do is you can have a walk up and down normal, and then you can have a walk up and down toe in. So you're literally going to walk toe in and you're going to walk along, and then the other one we're going to do is toe out. So you're going to go toe out as far as you can comfortably, and then have a walk along. And what you might find is either one or the other, you might feel one's more comfortable than the other. You might find that you're really restricted. A lot of people, when they go toe in and they walk, when they get into this position, the back leg feels really, really restricted. If that's the case, then when you're walking normally, this motion is occurring up in the hip, and if you are really tight there, it's going to be a glitchy movement. And what can also happen is this foot can spin out, and then you get adaptations through the leg from a joint and a muscle point of view that looks unattractive, and that gait becomes an unattractive one. So try those movements out. If the toe in one is really restricted and that foot's spinning out, or you find yourself really restricted when you're coming over the top, chances are you need to go toe in on the exercise on the chair that we're going to show in a second, and that's where you need to mobilise. And then when you come back and walk normally, you should feel that as you're stepping through this hip, it feels a lot more comfortable, and you can get a little bit more range, and it should feel like you're gliding a little bit easier. Okay, so for this exercise, you're going to have a chair inside the door frame, and you're going to put one foot up on the chair, so it's stretching out the back of this leg. And we're just going to come forward, and you should feel the stretch going on here. And you can just go in there and just rock it in there real nice and easily. So we're not putting a huge stretch on, but we're getting a stretch. And you can feel some tissues going places they haven't done before. And what you can do is you can go over the top a little bit more, and you can take the hip out to the side. So you can see my hips going out that way a little bit more now. You can go the other way. So you can either hold on with this hand, or you can reach with it. And you should feel things stretching on the inside a little bit more. Again, you don't want to be sort of like pushing it into a position too much. So you just want a nice releasing of the tissues. So you can see I'm going nice and slow, I'm nice and stable. You can rotate and do the same again, and you can rotate the other way and do the same again, and you should feel slightly different stretches in slightly different places, and then you can come back, so you can see how much I've done. Then you can go back and have another walk again and see if the walk feels a little bit more symmetrical, it feels a bit easier, you glide a little bit more. So that's what we're after, more efficiency, and it should be a more smooth gait, which is more attractive. And another way of doing this is with the back foot, you can actually toe the back foot in. So you're rotating the leg inward and then put the stretch on. And again, you should feel slightly different places stretching. And again, you can make the pelvis go out forwards and to the right, forwards and to the left, or just forwards. And then you can toe the foot out as well. So you toe the foot out, the back foot, and then just come in there, go out to the side, both sides. And you want to be working into the restriction. So where you feel it really tight, just buffer into that, and then just gradually gently mobilise into that position. If you find somewhere that's really tight and you try and force through it, chances are you're going to tighten up even more. But the biggest test is when you walk after. It should feel easier and more efficient. You should glide through the pelvis easier, and you should feel a difference. And if that's the case, then you want to do that 3 or 4 times a day. Thanks for watching. Hope you found the information useful. Subscribe to the channel, and you can follow me on codetocatchhim.com and on Facebook and Twitter.